Tzu Chi volunteers provide recyclable bags for refugees at the monthly free clinic. Doctors suggest wearing traditional eyeglasses to prevent virus infection through the eyes. Welcome to DaAi Headlines. I'm Maggie Tsai. Thank you for joining us. The Thai government started to ban the use of plastic bags in January of this year. Tzu Chi volunteers in Thailand provided recyclable bags during the monthly refugee-free clinics so everyone can love the earth together.
วันนี้ปัญหาถุงพลาสติกเป็นปัญหาสำคัญ
At present, plastic bag waste is a serious problem throughout the world, including Thailand. If everyone uses recycled bags, I believe that the environment in Thailand will become better. So we invite more than 60 million people in Thailand to change our living habits and care for our environment together.
In response to the government's promotion of environmental protection, since January 1st, 2020, major department stores, supermarkets, and convenience stores throughout Thailand have stopped providing plastic bags to customers. The public agrees to bring recycled bags when shopping.
It's very good. No plastic bags are provided in foreign countries for a long time. It's a good way to slow down global warming.
When you count the number of plastic bags you use in a day, a month, and a year, we will find that a lot of plastic bags can be reduced.
Gigi always emphasizes on promoting environmental protection. In the free clinic for Thai refugees, provision of plastic bags is also stopped. Volunteers have prepared various recycled bags to replace plastic bags.
Tzu Chi has prepared some recycled bags for patients to take medicine. Because we have advocated ending use of plastic bags, these recycled bags, including paper bags and cloth bags, are all collected from our volunteers' homes.
The patients are happy to receive the recycled bags and promise to cherish it and care for the earth together.
You know, you give me like this, I never put the garbage. I can keep it in my room, in my home, for next time. Yes, can use for many times, and don't need to use too much plastic.
Some patients bring the medicine bag they received before and reuse it, or prepare their own bags.
This cloth bag can hold things safely and can be taken anywhere to use, and this bag is very thick. It can protect the contents inside, including medicines and other things.
By not providing plastic bags in the medicine pickup area, this is a way to reduce the amount of waste. Currently, Thailand is promoting a reduction of plastic bag usage everywhere. It is frequently shown in the news media that dumping plastic waste into the sea will risk animals' lives, and also it is hard to rot.
In any case, volunteers must work harder to promote this practice, hoping that patients will remember to bring the recycled bag to collect the medicine when they come to the clinic next time.
We must save in world together.
Segenting Village is a small fishing village in Batu Pahat, Malaysia, with a small population. Residents living by fishing used to throw garbage into the sea. Local volunteers have motivated the residents to clean their village and store recyclables, entirely changing the environment of the village.
At Segenting Chinese Zhonghua Elementary School, a group of distinguished guests came on this day. They are Chi Chi volunteers from South Africa. The principal happily introduced the changes in the fishing village in the past 2 years.
We residents of Segenting Village used to throw garbage into the sea. Now we already knew how to store recyclables and even became the role model of other villages. So we're very thankful to Tzu Chi.
In the past, residents in Segenting Village used to throw rubbish into the ocean. Volunteers started to motivate residents to clean the village and sort recyclables. Now, the environment of the village is quite different.
When the Tzu Chi volunteers came to the community to show them how they can stand up for their community, they didn't just sit down and watch, but they were able to join hands and work together for their community. So that's what makes me happy very much.
We have learned so much, and also what touched my heart is how they do their recycling. To me, it looks like when you do the recycling, you also do the recycling within your inside.
Enhancing these visits is the industrialist Su Qingsun, who lives in Johor Bahru. He hopes that Chi Chi's power of love can spread to Africa.
When I did Tzu Chi voluntary work in Africa, I thought there were a lot of blessings to cultivate, yet the manpower was not enough. So I thought that as I came from Malaysia, I can link both countries together so that more people can cultivate blessings in South Africa.
These overseas visits allows the volunteers to bring back good experience, spreading the green power of protecting the earth to Africa.
Starting from Lunar New Year, Tzu Chi's education recycling stations around Taiwan are full of recyclables. While keeping themselves protected, these volunteers still go to these stations to store the items. There's one volunteer who is blind and relies upon touch to do his recycling.
This volunteer steps down hard on the recyclables because she wants to reduce their size. This recycling station in Thailand has been packed with recyclables since the Lunar New Year.
The amount we've received is humongous. They are piled up like a mountain. We have around 30 volunteers coming here to do recycling every day.
I came to do recycling with my love for the earth. You also know that global warming is very serious and the epidemic is very widespread. So we should do recycling with sincerity.
Recycling volunteer Shen Wennan can only see light and nothing else because his retina has deteriorated badly. He does recycling simply by touch.
I have one hand wearing the glove and none on the other hand. I use my sense of touch and my experience to do recycling. If I don't know, I'll ask the volunteers around me.
Doing recycling on Saturdays and Sundays is also a type of cultivation and a way to relax.
These volunteers protect themselves with masks and other measures because they do not want to stop recycling simply because of the epidemic. Instead, they want to do good deeds to stop the effects of this disaster.
The novel coronavirus has spread in China and many are scared. Tzu Chi volunteers in Jiangsu as well as Wuxi send their care to those in the community. They also provided items to aid in preventive measures. Let's take a look.
Changzhou Tzu Chi volunteers gather to organize aid items to help fight the spread of the novel coronavirus, as they are sending their care to those on the front lines. Making sure they are fully protected, volunteers distribute the aid items personally. Besides the community, they also visit the freeway entrance. It is still cold after the start of spring, but the loving care is warming.
Besides a sanitizing item, we received a blessings pack. Although the weather is cold, our hearts have been warmed.
Wuxi Educational Recycling Station sends out 8 vehicles filled with preventative aid items to the community to explain how the items can be best put to use, while the letter from Tzu Chi is encouraging and uplifting.
The educational recycling station is where the community is receiving the most support for preventing the epidemic.
The items from Tzu Chi are limited, but the love behind the items is endless.
Thanks to Tzu Chi on behalf of the board of Daoxiang community, I thank you.
We are just sending the master's love and the love of the global Chi Chi volunteers, which is just what the community needs right now.
In the past 20-some days, the epidemic team has not rested during their mission to protect citizens. Tzu Chi sends their well wishes and is confident we can work together to face this epidemic.
To help prevent the spread of the novel coronavirus, Thailand Health Bureau is directing medical assistance to those who are quarantined at home or those needing to be isolated from the virus. It has 10 hospitals in the county to provide online medical help to prevent the possible spread of the virus.
花莲子君的传诊中心您好，好，是的，好，那现在帮您做挂号哦。
In response to the novel coronavirus epidemic, for those residents who are being quarantined at home for 14 days, the Health Bureau has enacted online medical services for those needing medical help for minor symptoms, with the help of 10 hospitals in the Hualien area.
We
have a center that follows a specific protocol. Through technology, the doctor can see the patient and get all the information he needs to make the right diagnosis. This helps to prevent the spread of epidemic.
现在知道你现在都在家里没有办法出门嘛，对不对？今天有哪里不舒服吗？
Currently, those exhibiting minor symptoms or those following up with chronic diseases are prioritized to use this online method. The patient's family can take the proof of quarantine to the hospital to register the patient, while the doctor will see the patient online and consult for symptoms before prescribing medication. The family member will then be able to take the medication home to the patient.
First of all, the medical staff don't need to visit the patient, but if the patient doesn't have any symptoms, then they don't need to go to the hospital to risk exposure. But if the medical problem isn't related to respiratory, and we can use this online method to solve their need, it is really the most convenient.
Linking up the medical resources, if those quarantined need medical help, they can call the Taiwan Epidemic Hotline 1922 or the Hualien Health Bureau to receive further assistance.
The COVID-19 virus is transmitted through droplets in direct contact, so many believe the facial mask offers protection. Recently, ophthalmologists warned the public not to wear contacts but ordinary glasses, which offers more protection, as the virus can be transmitted to hands which come into contact with the eyes.
20-year-old Miss Zhang cares about her appearances and since junior high school has been wearing contact lenses which make her more attractive.
These lenses are colored and they make my pupil look bigger. These contacts make my eyes look special.
But with the epidemic outbreak, she is afraid of wearing these contacts now.
Wearing glasses is better because if you wear contact lenses, you will feel it's a type of foreign body.
This wave of coronavirus transmitted through droplets. Masks only cover the nose and mouth, so how can the eye be protected? Ophthalmologists say try not to wear contact lenses.
The covering of contact lenses is not so complete, as virus droplets in the air may infect your hand, and if you don't clean it, if you wear contact lenses, you can get infected.
When wearing contact lenses, your hands will directly touch your eyes, increasing the chance of infection. Doctors say that you may wish to bring traditional glasses back.
Many you still have protection from a pair of glasses, so if its droplets are accidentally spread in the air, there is still a reduced chance that the droplets spread directly into the eyes.
They are a very natural type of goggles. They are just not enclosed. I still think they offer some good protection.
Don't underestimate these two small lenses. They still have the effect of blocking virus droplets and reduce the chance of infection.
Lin Chaoyang and Liu Shuzhao have performed over 500 musical shows around Taiwan in the past 10 years. Their saxophone music has comforted many patients and their families. The wife was a breast cancer patient, but she insisted to perform while receiving chemotherapy.
In the hall of the hospital, someone is playing saxophone beautifully. Patients and their families are enjoying it. And there are also nearby residents who especially come to their hospital to listen.
I feel very cheerful and I'm happy every day.
Some fans even come to Taichung from Jiayi just to listen to this one-hour performance.
They are in a good relationship, so they are very compatible to each other. They also have a tacit understanding of the music they play is very nice.
The owner of a scaffolding company, Lin Zhaoyang, and his wife, Liu Shuzhao, have been music volunteers for 10 years.
I remember it was December 14, 1998. That was my first performance. During that time, I was learning while performing.
At the beginning, the wife learned to play jazz drum. She was the photographer when her husband performed.
She took a camera to shoot me, and we would review together when we went back. Probably in the process of taking pictures, she found it easier to play saxophone, which is more likely to resonate. So she started to learn playing saxophone right away.
The couple regard each performance as a formal concert, hoping to bring the best music performance to patients and their families.
I'm grateful to have the STEM interest as my husband, which can help enhance our relationship. If he goes out, I will follow him.
The perfect performance comes from continuous practice, which is also the greatest fun in the life of Lin Jiaoyan and his wife. Every time they go out to perform, from preparing the musical instruments, getting into the car, to on-site soundtrack, the couple works harmoniously together. The couple sometimes brings their grandson to perform together.
Everyone clapped their hands, so I'm very happy.
500 shows were performed over the past 10 years. Their music has spread throughout hospitals and nursing homes across Taiwan, comforting the hearts of many patients and their families. This hospital nurse is also one of their fans. She was hospitalized by a car accident and also comes downstairs to listen.
I'm grateful that everyone doesn't dislike me, giving me a lot of encouragement. This makes me slowly improve.
6 years ago, Liu Suzhao underwent surgery for breast cancer. During chemotherapy, she performed as usual, giving people joy and also making her forget the pain. Her husband was by her side, easing her mind.
I'm not familiar with the performance. When I encounter some problems or some bottlenecks, I will ask my husband.
Being a teacher and a friend, they respect each other. In 37 years of marriage, they have the common interests and aspirations, turning their marriage into harmonious music.
In Malaysia, there is a stay-at-home mom of 5, DaAi Ping, who used to believe that meat consumption was necessary for a healthy diet. And she was influenced by her husband, who is vegetarian. Now her family of 7 embraces vegetarianism, and the children are all very healthy.
This delicious meal is nutritious. This is vegetarian meal boxes DaAi Ping prepares for her husband and children every day.
By adopting a vegetarian diet, we do not hurt animals. We no longer feel guilty about killing those animals. This way, the children can grow up healthily and I do not have the pressure.
He has encouraged her to adopt a vegetarian diet, but she thought that meat has nutrients. However, she changed her perception when she was pregnant with her 3rd child.
When I see KFC stores, I would think about eating fried chicken. However, I still controlled my craving out of concern for my family and health. My husband wants me to adopt a vegetarian diet during pregnancy. Then I spent 2 years cutting down on consumption of meat. Then, in a year, I gradually stopped eating meat. I started to adopt a vegetarian diet.
When she was pregnant with our 3rd child, I learned to cook. Then I thought about cooking for her during her rest after delivering the baby. I showed her ways to cook, which were not difficult. Some cuisines are easy to prepare. We do not need to add too much spices, just make it a simple meal.
DaAi Ping has been going meatless for 7 years. Seeing how healthy her children are, she does not regret her decision.
The children are healthier and more well-behaved. They still get enough nutrients. Although they adopt a vegetarian diet, they are still quite healthy.
To care for the health of the family, the ultimate solution is to embrace vegetarianism.
Currently, a graduate from National Taiwan University only earns about $1,000 a month in Taiwan. The threat of student loans may take people afraid to get married and have children, let alone buy a house or a car. In order to ease the pressure of student loan, the Ministry of Education has relaxed the conditions for deferred payment and extended it to 4 years.
Reporting to colleagues and supervisors, Ms. Wen, age 25, works as a strategist in a company. After entering the workplace for 3 years, she also paid off her debt for 3 years. What she owed was a 4-year college loan.
The pressure is invisible. I have to remind myself that I can't just live comfortable on my salary after graduation. So I talked to my dad and said that I would voluntarily take out a school loan.
Wanting to reduce the burden on her parents meant that she would have to contribute about $150 out of her monthly salary of $1,000 for her school loan. She would have to pay rent of $190 and then $150 in insurance, meaning that half her salary, or about $500, are monthly expenses. This meant that she is afraid to buy new clothes, making her work paycheck to paycheck.
There was a month when I miscalculated, and at that time, I felt that adding school loans, rent, and others left me zero living expenses. So I braced myself and borrowed some money from my friends to pay back later.
According to statistics from DGBAS, the average monthly consumer spending per person in Taiwan is $600 and is higher in Taipei, around $900. Similar to Ms. Wen, young people with school loans have a monthly income of less than $1,000, and the government seems to have heard them. In terms of school loans, the Ministry of Education particularly open to defer loan principal for 1 year, and one can apply 4 times.
Student debt and interest is 1.15%, and the government helped him bear 0.95%. The government helped the students to subsidize nearly half of the interest.
Reducing the interest rate on school loans benefits up to 900,000 people and reduces $453 million in interest each year. Ms. Wang is like many, as her student loan has to be paid for 8 years. Currently, she has repaid more than 2 years and owes more than $9,000 to the bank. Before that, she applied for a 1-year deferred payment and only paid interest.
It's a little interest, but in August, 1 year later, the Bank of Taiwan sent a letter and said that August the 1st of the year to August this year, I need to start paying the principal. Actually, the interest fee is already spread evenly over the entire loan period.
Our rule for school loans is that you have 1 year to repay the loan for 1 semester, so you can take 8 years to repay 8 semesters. If you apply for a waiver of the principal interest 4 times with the Ministry of Education, every month it must be repaid. You can apply to extend the repayment period to 1.5 times or 2 times of the original.
Now that Ms. Wen repays regularly, she faces lots of financial pressure, but when she thinks about completing her studies by herself, she has a great sense of accomplishment. However, it is inevitable that she worry about loan repayment due to company layoffs, unemployment, job transfers, or accidental expenditures. This could all affect repayments and her credit worthiness, as it is difficult to escape from debt.
We do as much as possible to reduce the number of students who carry the burden of loans. If the government loans they really belong to the middle and low income, they can provide necessary social assistance. But if they are near poverty, I think there should be more specific supporting measures. For example, you can also give tuition fees or miscellaneous fees in equal proportions to low and middle income households.
The issue of student loans is drawing attention from all walks of life. However, there's the problem that money may not be enough, and some can't afford school loans, or the gap between rich and poor is too wide, or tuition being too expensive is something that needs to be reviewed, as this issue is very important to many young people.
Guatemalan government asked Tzu Chi to help provide stationery and book bags to impoverished students. Take a look and see you next time.